Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers. All of the top besides, then I turn up like a boss. No problem helping the loss. All of the filters be off. Check out a couple reactions. Go get you something to snack with. Back to Demetria the broadcast. Chopping it up on the podcast. Don't forget like and subscribe. You never know who's gon' slide. Leave a comment, baby. We've been on shit lately. Say whatever's on your mind. Can I have a good time? You already know how it go. Relax and enjoy the show. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gee,
What's up, everybody?
how y'all been? Y'all good?
What's going on? We are back at it again. And thank you.
Allegedly Demetria.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. To those of you that it's your first time, thank you, welcome. And thank you for those that know about us already, right?
Mm-hmm. Make sure you subscribe. Drop a like, leave a comment. All those things.
Yeah. All of those things help the channel.
For sure.
So what's up with you?
Been vibing. You cooling.
Vibing, cooling.
Cooling.
That's what's up. I've been vibing
Living
and cooling
life.
as well.
Having fun.
Living life,
Enjoying.
having fun.
Yes. Yes. You gotta live life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have fun. If you're not having fun, you wasting it. You need to make good memories.
Oh, that is so true. You know,
Mhm.
I'm very big on that. Making great memories. I'm very big on that right there. Mm-hmm.
If you could make expensive memories, that's
Mhm.
that's gold. Right? Some people were like, "What did you just throw up?" This used to be A-OK,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they
Like, what does it mean now?
They switched it up, so I gotta put that disclaimer there. My brain went to A-OK, but I know because I'm on the side of the conspiracy people too, so I be conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. They use the word conspiracy theorist to take the punch out of people's statements, to take the out of truth, because most truths can't be theoretically proven across the board, because a lot of things that have to be accepted for a lot of truths to be theoretically approved across the board, when there are already stuff that's in play to where people in power are benefiting off those plays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I
but that
agree.
was my disclaimer. I
Yeah.
ain't on that.
I agree, but you know, a lot of things used to mean and represent one thing back in the day, and then now they mean something totally different. But by the way, this is a no judgment zone. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no judgment over here. Ain't nobody. But thank you for the disclaimer, right?
But because Buddy got on the camera, what's his name?
Who you talking about?
What's his first name? The football player. He got the podcast. He always be wearing them weird hats.
The weird hats?
Ah.
Oh, you talking about Cam Newton?
Yeah,
Cam?
he got on Cam, started throwing up all type of affiliations.
Wait a minute, people was like, hold on, wait a minute.
the dude that was on it.
I thought you was talking about Charlie Chan.
No, that's a whole different thing. No, Cam Newton, he had a podcast.
Yeah, I know who he's talking about.
He has one. He had a pastor figure on there.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes people be having humiliation rituals to where they'll set up a scenario to where it looked like it was disfavorable to them
What,
in order to push. So that could have been what that was. But the dude gets on there and Cam get to throwing up all kind of signals.
Mm-hmm.
Dude like,
He like, what that mean?
No, he knew what it meant and bust his ass. That's why I said it could have been a humiliation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. I've seen quite a few of his, I watch his podcast. I've seen quite a few of his shows. What's up, Cam? Yeah, I watch his shows. That's what's up.
You watch Shay?
Oh, yeah. I'm Club Shay Shay down 150. Shout out to Club Shay Shay. What's up, Shannon Sharp? We on your page. Looking, liking, all of that. We from the Chi. All the way from the Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I be watching. I be tuning in. Love your show.
You hit her radar. You should feel good about yourself. Y'all hit her radar. Y'all should feel good. Pat yourself on the back.
Pat yourself on the back. Like,
you did it. You did it.
You finally did it because we tune in. I tune in. Mm-hmm. Watch it faithfully, as a matter of fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. What about universe?
The universe.
What we have to talk about the universe?
That's a dope topic right there. The universe. My perception, what I feel like, what I think.
What y'all think about the universe? Do you know what the universe is? What it represents?
It in the comments. What y'all is? What does it represent to you? What is the esoteric meaning behind the phrase and or word universe?
Yeah. What it means to you?
Breaking it down. What it means to me, one verse, one song. Your verse, your song.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Mm-hmm.
Universe, one verse, one song. So I feel like the universe or what you seeing on the outside of yourself is your verse, your song.
Mm-hmm.
How it's been playing out, the good scores, the bad scores, the good R&B jams, the ones that make you feel all lovey-dovey, and then the ones, you know what I'm saying, oh damn, I just went through a heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those vibratorial frequencies humming or harmonizing to a perfect like song, like on a record player, and it's playing it out, your verse and your song.
Yeah, the universe is a projection. Yeah, y'all drop something down there in the comments on
what y'all think in the comments.
Yeah,
what you feel as though.
Real and real.
The concepts or ideas of real and real. Like
REAL.
REAL, real, is like what you see to be or seem to be as real. Like this, one would say that this is real based on it having matter or being consistent of matter, or how dense it is, or the ability that you have to touch, taste, feel, or smell it. Those combinations or single. That's what makes something real. The ability that it's tangible. Where the word real is the things that are tangible being projected via a projector. But they got those ideas from the REAL, so they're both synonymous. They're the same thing. A projection. So what is quoted to be real isn't real. It's a projection. It's projected. So like, say for instance, how you move that, realizing that this is probably either an extension of you based on it being molecules, atoms, and your molecules and atoms. You know what I'm saying? Or realizing that it's not even fucking there and it's projected the whole time by you yourself. So that's how probably if one were to be making those moves in the said area or that area, that's how it's getting. Is understanding the realism behind reality.
So that's how you feel like that it's linked up to the REAL.
I feel like the both of those words are the same. I feel like a lot of homonyms are the same. They sound the same for a reason. And then 9 times out of 10, from my perspective, being modest by saying from my perspective, the subconscious may not know the difference. between the spelling, between the word REAL and REEL. You know what I'm saying? So that could like trip up your system if you're running that program said English. You know what I'm saying? Like how you're visualizing or how you're seeing what's real is because you have names for them, right? So if you, that's your will that you're spending. So like the words are, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I would see it like that.
Okay. Y'all younger generation has like a breakdown of things that we necessarily didn't break down. I'm not gonna say everybody, of course, but that's good to hear. That's good to know.
A good perspective, a good spin on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
A good spin on it.
Yeah, not necessarily. You can eat the fish and spit out the bone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're all adepts. We're all adults, or should be adepts, or should be adults. So we're. I know that. Okay, that steak. There's some meat there, right? I don't eat meat, but theoretically speaking, theoretically speaking, you know, there's meat there, but I also see that there may be bone, and I, by knowing that that's real, REAL, that's expected. You know what I'm saying? So I know to eat around that. You know, like I'm not a child. I'm not gonna swallow the bone too. So people should be mature enough to what do their own research, or had did so much research based on the topic to where they can have a full course meal. They can sit there and oh no, that's just bone. I don't have to sit there and argue with what's clearly bone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But perspective, it opens dialogue. It gives people an opportunity and a chance to, oh, okay, think about, well, not necessarily think, but expand your awareness. For sure.
Yeah, I agree. What's your concepts on meditation? Let's talk about that. What y'all think about meditation? What now they have brought to the forefront or shined the light on meditation. Of course, it's always been there for centuries, but you hear a lot about meditation now. Like, what's your concepts on meditation?
I believe that a lot of these words have been mystified purposely, so that those who are not in the know has a spookism to it. So demystifying meditation, I would say that we all kind of do it already, like via different things.
Explain that.
Like via prayer. That may not be the word that other people use for the actions being taken, but it's the same format.
It's a format of,
like, some would say, okay, so there's different states of meditation or different states of meditating. Most of the time, what you're trying to do is go into a space of existence where there's nothing. There's a blank sheet. So therefore, like when you still the water, you can see the reflection. When you go out to the water or pond or whatever it is, and you throw a rock into it, it's gonna be ruffled, and you really can't see the image, especially if the water's turbulent. So think of the consciousness as turbulent water. If you're looking into the consciousness, which is this reality or whatever the case may be, or you just closing your eyes real quick, the water's turbulent. It's still shaky. You can't get a good reflection. But if you sit in that stillness, you're allowed or allotted to see the reflection. What reflection? Based on what you went in there for. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's based on what you went in there for. So say for instance, you went in there. Most of the time, you get the reflection back of self. But in order to get there, you go through a process with what they call facing your demons. So say for instance, like a lot of people get to the space of when they're about to pray because something's right. No one's not saying no one. There's a lot of people. But for the most part, people pray after something happened and they need either a change or to show gratitude, grateful. You know what I'm saying? The train of thought. Sometimes
for the meditation,
you can pick up on the audience like that they be saying
Mm-hmm.
while you're talking,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll throw you off.
Mm-hmm.
And and I mean, when I get on cam, I try not to let that be the case.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no difference when it comes to that. You're sitting in that space basically to get an answer. So when you go when you're going in there, you're gonna be shown your demons. What was the issue, the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
That may come in a symbolic form, or the answer to that problem may come in a symbolic form, which is an image or a picture or something like that. It may spook you based on where you're at in your spirituality. If you're still at the bottom, then you can be scared of something. That's fear. That the root chakra deals with fear. So if you gained or grown in your spirituality, people be like, oh, opening up the third eye. That's cool and all, but like you have no base. So you're gonna see something that's gonna scare you.
And fear is of the devil.
Bingo. You know what I'm saying? It has no place in the divine vessel.
Correct.
It knocks you out of divinity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the meditation, going into the meditative space, you first are um, you're first faced with thoughts that you would want to expel out of your mind. Like you don't want to think about them. But that's why you're sitting there to calm all that down. So what you do is you let it come, you aware of it, then change your awareness. Let it fade to the background. Don't fight the thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Don't wrestle with it. Just let them. Okay. Some people get a breath pattern going because like
While in meditation.
because that locks out thought. Now you're counting, so you gotta really have a busy mind or like be explosive upstairs to be hearing four thoughts at the same time. Some people, but counting should maximize the attention and awareness. As you're counting, that's centering yourself. You're not really busy with the mind. Breaths per minute, my bad. Breaths per minute controls thoughts. You lowering your thoughts per minute, they're more divine. You're getting in that space. You're changing your thought patterns, your brain waves. So now you're going into lower or higher vibratorial states of consciousness. That's how you move around in the conscious space. You can do that with your eyes open, but it's nice to practice and get a good centering with that with your eyes closed because REAL is not nothing on the screen anyway. And what's being projected on the screen is based on what's inside the vehicle or vessel's consciousness.
So why do you think that people have brought the meditation to the forefront a lot now, more than you hear the word meditation more? Of course, they've been doing it for centuries, but why do you think they're just like really big on it now? People are
Because
coming in to know more.
yeah,
The younger generation. Are you all seeking something more, or are you all trying to in tune with yourself
because
more?
mainstream science has to keep up with the time.
Hmm. So are you all are reaching
It's
for?
not even up. It's mainstream science.
Mm.
Like there's certain things that we as as a species have technologically become so advanced and aware of so many things to where you can't deny certain things. So like to say that Wi-Fi exists but telepathy doesn't is huh?
Mm-hmm.
So like at some points they have to based on even like medical advancement, the RKGs, you know, who the X-rays is telling you, you know what I'm saying? And then like the things that you're seeing exhibited within the patient are the same things that were said in esoteric books. Esoteric meaning and hidden information, things that are secret, hidden knowledge, secret knowledge, occult, secret hidden knowledge, wisdom, spirituality. the what's really going on. So you'll get different sectors that'll accept this part and denounce the rest, and then pull it over here. And we all subconsciously know. So we gravitate to where it is, however little or grand the piece of meat is. If someone said, "Oh, I got some spam," and it's the only meat out here, we finna eat spam. Then we all eat
How
spam.
many of y'all know what spam is?
But then somebody come out with some steak, niggas finna be like, mouth watering steakums. I'm done with the spam.
Oh wow.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
But no, meditation is plugging back in.
Yeah.
Plugging your phone back up. It's getting power, juice, source to the vehicle, aligning the chakras so that you can move forward. That so that your vehicle is on, so that you're fully operable in the space and place, capable of doing the things that are necessary to be sovereign or survive.
Oh, that's well said. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't meditate because it just depends on how you.
Because remember, I said
The
we
word
all
that you
do it.
use, right?
Like when you to think heavily on something is also a form of meditation. When you're like, oh, why am I finna get on that from the store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm finna go up in there. I'm finna go, and you seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through. What do you think? Not you, the other individuals. Like, what do you think you seeing and doing? How are you able to vividly see it within the mind? Because the mind has an eye as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And using that, you able to use that to your advantage in the most smallest way possible is still using.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say I don't meditate, and it's just the form of how it is said. Like some people say the word meditation in a demonic way, and some say meditation in a what you would call spiritual heavenly way.
Because it could be. That's the thing. Is used. These are terms that could be used for both sides, the light and the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The light meditating just like the dark meditating.
Right, and so in the light way, that's considered prayer. Like
that's
one
what
would
it's been
put
started. But you can also say that these people is out here praying to demons.
Yeah, there are most definitely
you know
some people praying.
But that's what the word's been called for the light now. Now that you're saying that, I can see how that's been for the term used for light when it's in form of meditation prayer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real good right there. And putting some time in for meditation or prayer, I think is very needed because it's aligning you.
Yeah.
It's bringing your mind in. You know, you got so much going on in the world today. So just the space and the time with yourself, bringing centering, bringing your mind in, centering yourself. See the word change there.
Yeah. When you take in the bath,
that's
a form of relaxation, unplugging, unwinding. You know, revitalized, rejuvenated, restored, and renewed are all capacitated within the form of meditation. Like anything that you consider to be relaxing is a branch off or a form of some type of meditative state of being.
Tapping in.
Reverend Run
would
be in the tub.
Meditating.
One of the most profound things about this individual that we know was his outro thought-provoking statement on some Jerry Springer type, his monologue, right? But if you dive into how, like, the I'm all about construction. I'm a creator. How do you construct that? How do you create that? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It happened to me one day. I'm in the tub and something say right. I'm like, huh? I mean, I do other stuff like that in the tub, but some told me right.
Mhm.
I wrote one of the coldest songs, and I write cold
In the
songs back
tub?
to back in the tub. It's the
Wow.
water. The water retains and hold memory.
Mhm.
So that's how he was able to pull so much intellectual wisdom
In the
within the
water.
statements because he was in the tub.
Wow. In the water.
He
That's
was
what
pulling
you.
from. That's something that they teach you in higher spheres
Mm.
of socialism or
Mm.
society, not socialism, but society. What do you think they? What would you do if you were to be introduced to a group of upstanding? Let's say
Mhm.
they're upstanding,
Mhm.
affluent individuals, wealthy people,
Mhm.
and you started being around them, and they started sharing their habits of wealth,
Mhm.
habits of creating things for yourself and creating better lives.
Mhm.
You would probably hear a tidbit that sounds like that. You
Mhm.
know, riding in the tub.
Mm. I did not know that.
Like say for instance you're a writer
Never
and
even thought about the connection.
you know what I'm saying? You're a writer and you talking to Steven Spielberg.
Mhm.
And you like, what's a secret? A little writer's tip, writing in
Mhm.
the tub.
Like.
Writing in the tub. You know what I'm saying? People say their affirmations in the shower.
Mhm.
You know, people
That's
sing in the
good.
shower. People, you know, it's that connection with
That's good
water.
right there.
You know, it's that connection with water
I
that
never
they're.
even thought about that. Never even thought about that. So you wrote one of the best songs that you've wrote.
It was some recent stuff, like
Hmm. In the water.
in the water. I was
Mm.
in the tub. I was like, when I was done, it because I write so quickly because they're channels.
Mm-hmm.
So like I could freestyle some stuff and it'd be
Mm-hmm.
fire. You know what I'm saying? But like if I'm writing, it's still a channel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I'm done, I'll go over the channel
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be like, that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like Wayne was like, sometimes that line be so hot, I'd be like, that line ain't mine.
Mm.
And if it's under a gram, then that line ain't mine. I was like, yeah, I think it's fire. Yeah, for sure,
Mm.
for sure.
Mm. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, so let's break down powers. What's your thoughts on powers?
Powers. I feel as though everybody has gifts and abilities,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm all about demystifying things. The spookism behind stuff is out of control. People, it's just out of control. People put like, people put these high standards
Mm.
based on ideologies to keep you boxed. When we're clearly all exhibiting stuff
Mm.
that if we only had the ability to channel it in the right spaces, ways, and possibilities, we can be beneficial
Mm.
because we have individuals who are of a negative frequency
Mm.
who are clearly abusing said
Mm.
powers. Now, there's all kinds of powers. There's powers that you wouldn't really consider to be a power, but if you broke it down really down, yeah,
Mm.
that's a power. The ability to speak,
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
um, intelligibly, the ability to convey a message to the public, a crowd, society, or an individual.
Mm.
Um, that's a power. The ability to persuade or sway someone's emotional state, heart, uh, personal beliefs or thoughts based on um, an interaction that may have lasted for 5 minutes.
Mm.
It is a power that
Mm-hmm.
is miswelled a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Underappreciated or not looked at as a power. You know what I'm saying? Because people are ready to get to the external stuff. You know, the shooting fire from your hand. I mean, those are powers as well. People have those powers as well. But I mean, if you're not appreciating the basic powers, how would you appreciate or even get to the level of what you would deem as like, okay, that's a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The ability to care,
Mm-hmm.
that's a power. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to put yourself on the back burner. A lot of people don't want to do that. You have
Oh
to,
no,
you know
stay
what I'm
right there,
saying?
break that down.
You gotta make some sacrifice,
Talk about
some
that.
time sacrifice. Like, um, uh, uh, for you, say for instance, I do music, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me to mix and master someone else's work, I'd have to put what I'm doing on hold
Mm-hmm.
to take care of what you need,
Mm-hmm.
and then proceed to what I was doing already.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like, like how do you have
Mm-hmm.
to care? Some people care when other things get involved, like money.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to put some type of incentive a lot of the time there for people in order for them to care. But care
Yes.
should be freely given sometimes, like, I mean, like, that's an abuse of the power when, like, okay, well, I only care when there's big numbers involved or when there's money involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not volunteering. Volunteer work, that's a power. You know what I'm saying? Like, those who could be doing something else, but they're volunteering their services,
Mm-hmm.
that's a power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, who taught you how to do that? That's rare. That ability does not exist in every human species specimen. A lot of people, they've cut that off. But getting into more as like more superpowers, or like powers that are like you see on TVs and movies and stuff like that. Um, it's more so realization of just how much control you have over your reality.
Mm-hmm.
The awareness of where you are. Um, they say knowledge of self, know thyself. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that would imply that you don't know yourself, or you don't know who you are. There's
And
a
let's pause right there, break that down, because a lot of people really don't know themselves, but I don't think they
It's
really
not
know
intentional,
that they don't know
right?
themselves.
Because it's not intentional. It's like almost you were tricked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you build this ego, and then
At first, how do you find yourself? Like, what do you think?
you don't. Okay, so you don't. People who don't know themselves often know a lot about
Mm-hmm. And not themselves.
others. You know everything about everybody
Everybody
else,
else. And you don't
but
know
you don't know
nothing
nothing
about
about
yourself.
yourself. So how would you find yourself? Follow that same process. Reverse engineer that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop caring so much or learning so much about others, and start taking that time and spending that time with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time that happens or comes when you've hit a hardship in life,
Mm-hmm.
some type of tower, things that weren't stable or meant to be being disrupted, and the whole foundation falls.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have no choice but to sit with the rubble pieces
Mm-hmm.
and figure it out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And some people, that's a lot because their whole existence was based on falsities.
Mm-hmm.
So then they try to couple that with expectation, time. And it becomes messy, because once you do that, like, of course you're going to feel as though you've wasted it. So then people never get past that, see that, and evolve past that, which is growth. They never find out themselves, find out who they are. You find out who you are, what you are as an individual.
Mm-hmm. So, do you believe you can clear the space while you're finding yourself, or should you be cleaning the space first and then your identity will come?
I feel
And
like
what's some forms of ways that you can clear the space?
yeah, that's important, because anytime you set a goal, we're in a place of duality. Anytime that you set out to do something, you're going to be met with the opposing force.
Mm-hmm.
It's opposition. So say for instance, your intention is to find yourself. That's when everybody finna be hitting you up.
Mm-hmm.
That's when everybody finna start calling. The moment you say, I don't want to smoke cigarettes no more, everyone has free squares for you.
Mm-hmm.
don't smoke squares no more. Oh, that's a good shit. Next thing you know, 38 boxes at your doorstep. Like, oh, here you go. Woo, 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 woo. Take this, take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's this moment that you make expectations or you set out a goal for something, you're gonna be met with the opposing force.
That is so true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality testing
That
to
is so
see
true.
how much wherewithal you have.
That
like,
is so
your
true.
ability to push through. Are you realizing that it's not real?
That is
Are
so
you still
true.
fighting with the game? You know what I'm saying?
That is so
Things of
true. That
but
is so
clearing
true.
the space is important. I feel like clearing the space is extremely important because when you're doing that, when you're finding yourself, when you're detaching, when you're assimilating these fragmental pieces, things are going to try to come in your space and place that's in opposition to that. So you're going to have to clear that. You're going to have to keep yourself clean.
Well, how are some ways that you can clear the space? Like, I know some people use the form of prayer, like what we were talking about, meditation. And meditation is...
Now, when you coming through with the prayer, right?
A form of cleansing.
Another thing they would have with it was the blessed oil.
Right, that's what I was just going to say.
What was the blessed oil?
The blessed oil was a form of...
What was the oil?
The oil is a form...
It's not vegetable oil.
No, it's olive oil. Olive oil. Yeah. That's
a form of clearing the space. It's a high vibratory oil that it's
not a vegetable oil.
It's a wash. It's a banish. It's to wash something or to purify, clean, clear. So in that space and sphere, they definitely be clearing the space, and you can see how and why it works because the format. You know what I'm saying? Like so yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Coming through with the prayers, your affirmations.
What's some other ways?
A prayer is something that you're affirming.
Right. Yes.
You know this. You're aware of it. Some people in the audience, you know what I'm saying, or may see that disconnection, or may not have made that connection. You know what I'm saying? Because you made that connection, you finesse. You finesse. But sage, some Palo Santo.
What? Okay. Why sage?
All cultures have used it. Like I said, these things are universal tools. So just like with the knowledge of all is one, both sides are using it. But for the most part, a lot of the time, light, the side that's of the light has been using it in darkness or in secret, in the shadows. Because if you use it in the forefront, you get deemed as something of the other side. But the Pope come through as sage. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, if you purifying the space, somebody's possessed, something ain't right with the home, some type of spiritual woo going on, curses, anything like that, you call the Holy Father. He coming in with clearing it out first, clearing out the space before anything, because the low vibratorial frequencies with the intention of clearing out the space for high reasons can't stay in there. But I've learned that, like I'm saying, both sides are using these same tools. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have people who maybe because, like, say for instance, somebody did something evil, right? Maybe they think if they light the sage, that like is like washing your hands of it. I remember when folks went to the sink, it was like, what? They washed his hands.
Yes.
It was like my hands was washed.
Yes.
Right. So maybe that's why they use sage too. I don't know, but I do know, I'm not on that side. But I do know they using sage too. You know what I'm saying? Because like I didn't see some people who I didn't slay real life demons. You know what I'm saying? And by it's just like love. You get in a relationship with somebody, you really don't know everything about them. You really don't know who they are. then you learn about these people, you learn about the individual, and then based on what you learn, what you know, you're like, hold on, wait, this person ain't who I thought they was, right? But then by that time, you either making a session of you're either assessment, you're making an assessment on are you finna exit the relationship or stay in it, try to make it work out. It's the same thing with relationships that aren't, you know, it's the same connections, interactions, contracts. Like you meet somebody who's a friend or somebody who could potentially be a friend, some just a person you walking by. As you get to know them, things begin to unveil, and the same things that were similar that you were drawn to. Because, like, say for instance, when a person in the sphere of like a Catholic church, right? They meet a friend outside of this of the church, but they just meet somebody outside and they be like, well, I'm a follower too. I believe in we share the same faith. There's that bond, right? They build on that bond. And then all of a sudden, say for instance, the person started getting all weird and crazy, you know what I'm saying? But turned out to be like not of God, right? But that bond is still there. That bond, in fact, was used. You know what I'm saying? In order to like make its way in. So I think like, you know, when it comes to like spirituality and like, you know, me coming across like some wild ass things like demons, for real, vampires, for real. Me coming across that, at first you didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Because you banging one step, woo, and then like somebody comes along with the common denominator, and then you learn based on, you know, that's how I knew that the other side be using sage too. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to smoke one before I got up out of that. I had to smoke shorty before I got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But she was using sage too. I'm like, oh, so they use sage too? Okay. Good to know. Good to know. But I think they perhaps maybe they're using sage as well, you know, to push away what they, you know, don't want to be attached to them and things of that nature. But all this stuff down here is contracts, agreements. Every conversation you have is a contract. You know what I'm saying? Based on your statements, your words. You asking me, you want to come in for the podcast? Ooh. Me saying yes, we just made a contractual agreement. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't come, I have karma now. That's how it works. So you can see how lies have people up down because they got a bunch of open contracts that they never, you know what I'm saying, completed, closed out. Say for instance, you got somebody that you love. You're like in your 20s. You meet some girl at a park. Y'all fall in love. She got a dog. You got a dog. Things didn't work out, but y'all was dating for like 3 years. Y'all was going together in a relationship together. Y'all in love. Y'all love each other. Her parents are doctors. Your parents are pharmaceutical. One and the other one's a lawyer. I got that going on, but it just didn't work out. You know, you never close. 20 years, 10 years, 5 years later, you got somebody else you moved on, but you told that person you was gonna love them forever. Are you loving them right now? No. That contract is still open. You've never closed that contract out.
So what do you think forms of closing the contract out?
You gotta go in there and close it out. You gotta sever all ties. You gotta grab your hair, whatever you do, whatever ritual you come up with to break those contracts, break those, you know. But you gotta sever those ties. You gotta break those. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, like, that's karma that's still spinning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had, like, me personally, when I came into this awareness of that space of information, I'm like, okay, well, let me close out some of these contracts because there's clearly some people that I told that I was gonna love them forever, and we're not together, and I don't even give a fuck about them, nor do I want to be with them. So I had to like consciously set aside within a meditative space and use my intentions, because the mind is all and the universe is mental, to dismantle any contracts that may still be, from any at that since I'm right here, from any timeline, any lifeline,
Yeah.
any from past, present, any all of them gotta go. Fresh slate. We right here. Because those are things that can, like, if it's still open, that person still got access to you. They still got access to you, so they pulling off all. They can pull off your money, your power. You know what I'm saying? They out here moving like you, and you just, what's going on? Open open contract.
Yeah.
Open contracts.
Yeah. So let's unlock dreams and visions.
That's a good
Dreams
one.
and visions. That, like, how do you see? What do you break down the difference? How do you view visions versus dreams? And are you a dream? Well, yeah, let's talk about that part too, because we can break that all the way down. Are you either?
I was trying to think of some cold ass philosophical breakdown that would have been off the cuff. So many came, and I'm like, they would have thought that was just too planned. So I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do that. They would have thought that it would have thought that was scripted.
Are you either? Are you a dreamer?
Okay, so
are you a visionary?
I feel like in most cases, dreams can be visions. Visions can be dreams. Dreams, I feel like they were given that name like conspiracy. Were given. I think
what does the word
dreams
conspiracy mean?
Conspiracy is like comes from the word conspire. It's to allude to or to mean to kind of it's to allude to that you're doing something underhanded, that you're not moving honorably or in truth, that you're backdooring, you're not forthcoming. It's to allude to all of those things. So, like, to say that someone's a conspiratist or someone conspires or conspiracy theories is to allude that off jump this is not for so it gives you the animalistic precursor for you to behave unrighteously. For you to automatically dismiss whatever they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Dreams and visions. Dreams, I feel like dreams perhaps could have used to be called vision, and then they were called dreams. But
I think a vision is nothing but a dream, but just more detailed of what the dream is.
Right.
Like more in depth of the dream. Yeah.
Right. When you have okay, because these statements are like mystic. They're like mystified. So you have to demystify them. Then you have to think of like, okay, the theoretical approach to doing that. And then you've already fucked up. Because these are things that are feminine. And now you're trying to pull them into a masculine ideology, a way of thinking or breaking something down. And that's already breaking the fourth wall, chins, whatever you want to call it. So even if you're able to coherently do that, you are a genius. Dreams. I feel like they're your subconscious way of showing you the whole based on whatever your awareness is. Your awareness, I feel like your awareness, wherever your awareness is, that's where you are. So like when you dream, when you go to bed, you die. So wherever your awareness wanted to go or wants to go, it goes. So that becomes your reality until you shift your awareness. So say for instance, like if I wanted to be in a car, all I would have to do is change my awareness. So only thing that's going on down here basically is awareness. So like back to this, to move this is to be aware to being able to move it. But with the dreams, it's like a master. Like it's like omnipresent. Awareness of all. It's like seamlessly moving through something that's supposed to be linear, but you all through that. Like you'll
So
get
what?
dreams and downloads, and most of the time, depending on how you are as a being, you can either be getting transmissions from spirit, higher realms, ancestors, part of your path, learning about your abilities, utilizing your abilities via astral traveling, remote viewing, um, things on those spectrums. It's a way of unplugging the soul from the body to move about however you wish. But in the space and place of that, the worlds are overlapping. So you get to see what's coming next.
So is that the vision?
And the part of seeing what's coming next is considered a vision, or what happened or what was could be part of the vision. You know what I'm saying? But visions is the seeing from the mind's eye, because we also have this vision, but this vision only allows us to see duality based on what's good or what's bad. Like, I like your handwriting. I don't like your handwriting. How could I even make that assessment based on what I'm seeing? But how am I seeing through this eye, good or bad? You know what I'm saying? But if I'm looking from here, or I've unplugged from this, I get to see it from what is, what I want to think it is. You know what I'm saying? And I might see something written in Chinese and be like, oh, hey, she tapped into like she got like some ancient Oriental like energy to her, maybe like some deity, or and then you get into rah rah rah. You know what I'm saying? But stepping out allows you to see what is. So these dreams can be transmissions, visions, downloads from spiritual realms, spirits, higher source, higher self, to help and assist you in the realm. Because not everybody dreams, and not everybody having dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's heavy right there. That's a true deep statement. Yeah. Let's open up the world of music. And by the way, all of this kind of like links together.
Yeah, it does. It does. I think it flows kind of seamlessly.
The world of music, like what is music? How was music even created? Like, and is there different levels of music? What was music created for? To do what? Why does the body get so
I believe
rah?
that music is a power. I believe that it was given as a gift of expression to individuals in need of a way to express themselves freely, and in a way in which not only would it change their life, but subsequently change everyone else who came in contact with said miracle. Following that thought, it could be used for good or bad. Some may have abused that. Others may have used it for its benevolent or good or more holy way, wholesome way. Now, by the word holy, that's both sides. Holy is all, whole, complete, good and bad. But using it when necessary. Someone says something to you as disrespect, maybe you would overlook it. Forgive them. They not know what they do. Nigga, keep popping off, or now I gotta drop a diss right. Now I gotta drop. That's holy. That's holy. Well, I'm gonna keep turning the other cheek. Just let you overthrow me? No, I gotta show you why I'm in this position. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't, yeah. I feel like music is a gift, and it was given to express, and through said expressions, you still have ties to elemental nature. Some of the first gifts, or the first forms of this gift being given, were in the forms of the elements. Now that I overview it now that I review these things. Wind being the wood instrument. So like, were they in the mountains? These niggas are fucking what is that? Leaf Village, windbenders. You know what I'm saying? Like they so finesse with the wind. You know, they did carved out some stuff and they didn't got the download and the dream that they was. They got up, got the hauling in it out. They was like, nah, it was of an oak tree. Dude was like, what are you talking about? He's, I don't think you get it. He turned away, finished it up. Next thing you know, he was. They looked at, but he was given that. She was given that. Everybody wasn't given that at the same time. You can get it in different pockets. A collective is on a frequency, so 65, 38, 112 niggas, you know what I'm saying, got it at the same time, but they all dispersed around the world. So now it builds upon, but I believe that music is a gift, and it's so much to it that makes it so powerful because it's key. It's a hidden key, but it's in your face. All of the notes on the keyboard, for example, on the scale of music, they're tuned to the chakras. So playing them aligns the serpent.
And by the way, you know
what I'm
here
saying?
in Chicago,
And I say
some of the greatest.
Disclaimer. I said serpent because allegedly you have energy within you that moves like a snake, or waves move like a snake. Energy waves move like a snake, so that's why they were called a serpent. You know what I'm saying? So I had to say that because you'll say that, and then some people be like, "Oh, time to tune out. I knew it." You know what I'm saying? Or try to fight. They'll listen for the part to where they disagree with, so then they can analyze in the comments or wherever you're talking and try to disprove what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put that, my apologies, that disclaimer there why I said serpent. Because energy moves and waves move like a snake. You know what I'm saying? The energy in your body moves up like a snake. So if the music is playing the right notes, whatever, the objective is being done or the spell is being casted. Whether you want to believe in spells, magic, you know what I'm saying, whatever, not for the people out here. You know what I'm saying? These things are happening. Like gravity, it's not gravity, it's density. However dense something is, it's going to hold you down whether you believe in it, you know what I'm saying, or not. But it's so powerful because it's a piece that ties into everything. It can harmonize the vehicle, disrupt the vehicle, give life, take life away. Things can grow the frequencies, music.
Yeah. All right, y'all. By the way, we come from good ground, the soil. There's been a lot of legends come from Chicago.
Facts. This is true. Yeah.
Like from old to new, you got quite a few out there. Way more than the few that I have here. But we got the Shaka Khans and the Muddy Waters and Buddy Guys and the Louis Armstrong. You know Louis Armstrong?
Yeah.
What?
It's Lansing Hughes from Illinois.
Is he?
I don't know, but that name came to either from New York or Illinois, and if you're from Illinois, you'd probably be from. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but it came to my head.
I want to say yeah, but don't quote me on that because I don't know.
Don't quote me
I
on
don't
that.
want to be giving y'all no
R.
wrong
Kelly,
information.
Robert,
I know R.
Robert.
Kelly, Robert,
Robert. That nigga was from
Robert.
Chicago.
Robert.
What's his name? Victor.
Victor who?
Vince. What is the name?
Vince.
Victor.
Victor Vince who?
The Pope.
Oh.
That's fake. No, no.
He's not a singer, right?
He from Chicago.
Oh well.
Kanye West.
Yeah, Kanye West is like, "What's up, Kanye?" Hey,
Uh,
we got Jennifer
Young
Hudson.
Pappy.
Oh
Young
yeah,
Pappy. He
that's
was from
what's up.
Chicago. Shout out to the elders. Shout out to the ancestors. Young
That's what's
Pappy.
up. TRS Zeus
Zeus.
in the
I'm tell you.
building.
I am.
In the building.
I am from
Yeah,
Chicago.
what's his name? Juice
WRLD.
WRLD. Yeah, he's from Chicago as
He was
well.
going to Homewood Frostmo.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't that something? Earth, Wind, and Fire. What's up? So we got
Earth,
quite
Wind,
a
and
few.
Fire.
You know anything about that?
Yeah, I know something about some Earth,
But
Wind, and Fire.
that being said, Earth, Wind, and Fire. All of that
When you
connects
check
to.
out, when you check out Earth, Wind, and Fire, they were esoteric. For sure, for sure. The album covers, pyramids everywhere. They was waking people up. They was
way back then.
It was some. We ain't gonna drop no group name of who they belong to, good or bad. But they was official tissues, apparently. You know what I'm saying? I've done some cover art research on a lot of artists, and I've come across some cover art and works of Earth, Wind, and Fire via lectures, homework, elders mentioning Earth, Wind, and Fire. Because, like, when an individual transitions to the other realm, when they leave this realm, right? You hear all the time people or individuals speak on and getting in contact or getting in touch with people who aren't hearing them. Well, there's people in spaces and places who really have access to these gifts and abilities, and they not down here just willy-nilly playing around with some spookism. You know what I'm saying? So then you got some individuals who are of the light who really in the space and place. You know what I'm saying? And they ask some real questions and get some real answers. And they get in touch with these individuals and find out some crazy stuff like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? We the gods, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we come through is whatever the eyes is on in the civilizations at that time. And right now, the eyes is on celebrities or what the stars have been made to become. So when they come through the vessels or the vehicles of where the attention is going to be to mock or shape the world via however they're coming through. Now, if they got compromised or not, that's to the being. But some individuals, they be like, oh yeah, I didn't chopped it up with Earth, Wind, and Fire. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of the time, one of the common things you'll hear being said is listen to their music.
Yes.
You sit with their music, listen to their
Yes.
music. Because when, by me being an artist, I know this to be true because this is what I do. I create world. And then when you listening, you can exist and experience these works. Now, beyond that, like say for instance, Thriller. When you hear Thriller, that's a world. That's a whole existence, a whole world that has been made and actualized for you to experience whenever you hear that song. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, like that's some very powerful stuff. So the individuals who are in these spaces and places that are tapping in and speaking with these individuals who have moved on, who are no longer here in the space and the physical, they drop songs all the time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists they work with, and people, there's so much spookism to it because this is how this is being done. But if like it's shared with everybody, then everybody would, not necessarily everybody will be doing it, because you would gravitate to your own thing anyway. You would do what you are here to do anyway. But they fear as though because they really don't have the sauce. That's like, I can't play poker, but I'm tired of everybody always having poker games, and I see everybody making money and I ain't making no. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rig the poker game, right? And now it's in my favor, and every time I'm gonna host it at my house, and now I'm finna take all the money. The moment that a real poker player come through, it's gonna be she gonna be able to peep all the schemes, the plots, the gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though they always dropping sauce, and for those who are catching it, don't feel ashamed or feel any type of way because you ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? You ahead of your time. What does that mean? You're not moving at the same speed that everybody else moving, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? There's individuals that'll never get the pace of your mind. How you trotting out here, how you flying, how you taking whatever the case may be. But 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 100 years from now, there's still some people still ain't figured out what's up to the pyramids. What's up with the tomb? That's hundreds of thousands of years ago. So you may be a little ahead of your time, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Get those downloads, get what you need, and the information, and put out what needs to be put out. Do what you need to do the work. That's a universal concept. That's not just with music. If you're an artist, Leonardo da Vinci. If you're a painter, you're a writer. You know what I'm saying? Edgar Allan Poe. All these things that all of these fake energy doesn't die. It just transforms. It just moves around. So you're just gonna let the space just sit. Other people grabbing it. Other people, you know what I'm saying, using, utilizing it. That's how it's being.
With that being said, we're gonna wrap it on up. There you go. This is another episode.
Allegedly, Demetria.
Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe.
That's the way.
We like it. Peace.